And our final topic, Spider-Man 4. Obviously, the director, John Watts, is not returning from the other trilogy, from the home trilogy. He's moved on. He's done other things with Disney. He's got a new deal with Disney, so he's going to continue to work there. But with the new director, of course, director of Shang-Chi,
of course he is, yeah.
Yeah.
About to say, who's making this movie now?
Now it's been reported this is a soft reboot of Spider-Man, which makes sense. Like,
I think technically from the last
the
movie,
whole
it is.
trilogy, right, is over. That specific cast and story and arc is over. We're following a new Peter Parker extent.
Well,
pretty much nobody knows he's even Peter Parker, you know?
Yeah, everyone doesn't know who Peter Parker is, even though he has papers to prove that he existed. But it's if it's still contained from what people have been saying, it's mostly going to be a Spider-Man film. So,
like, I don't think some people are overblown as being like, but how are people going to know he exists or who's his identity? Somebody might have figured out. It's like, bro, there's multiverse characters running around in this universe, other dimensions. It's easy. Somebody could just be like, maybe he's escaped another universe and he's here now helping us. Cool. Like, it's
it's like you forget, like, the MCU now is getting, especially for New York anyway, is getting used to having otherworldly beings pop up on the constant. So it's not going to be a surprise that someone from another universe popped in and is staying here now, or a rock monster is in New York City sightseeing. So you guys forget that.
Don't call him a monster. That's mean. His name is Ben. It's totally fine.
Ben the Rock Monster. There we go.
I was thinking of Ben Grimm, but okay.
Maybe.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, right? It's so people have only forgot. It's not like he's been wiped from the reality. It's just the people that knew him don't know him now.
Yeah,
right.
It's not some massive. Well, for him, it's shattering, but it's not.
Yeah.
Reality hasn't changed. It's just their memory has gone.
Yeah, it's just he has no presence in where he's living at. So he's there, but no one knows who he is. It's just there's this kid that lives by himself in an apartment.
Yeah.
Well, so he's in New York and he knew 5 people. So
yeah.
5 people forgetting him's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
it's also got no family, so
yeah. So like you use that whole thing as a reboot. You functionally reboot the tone in the new universe, the villains, his attitude. Obviously, he's grown. He's probably like a little bit more on his own now. Like he doesn't have friends. Like there's such an easy story here. It's it makes sense that you would kind of reboot it like this.
Also, Zendaya is going to be in the movie. Let's make no mistake about that.
Probably not a big role, but she'll be in it.
I don't know.
You think? Maybe bigger role?
I think probably about the same size role she's always had in these movies. So.
And to be fair, they are now starting production this fall after they're both done shooting Nolan's new film.
Are they though?
Yeah.
Are they though?
Yeah.
They said they're starting for the last 2 years. So
that's true. It'll be interesting to see just how this picks up the pieces of wherever they're at, because the later they start, the further back they got to push the film. So if they're starting in reportedly September, that film is not coming out next July. That is scrapped. So it's probably coming out Christmas. If they start in December, they can get it out by Christmas because they did it with No Way Home. But that film is going to be patched at least 5 times again because it's going to be missing textures and shadows. So,
I mean, the one that was missing stuff was the one that made the most out of all of them. So,
true. Will that help this time, though, if there's no Toby or Andrew?
People, regardless, will absolutely see a Spider-Man movie.
Oh, yeah. $1 billion easily on it. It's a guaranteed hit.
Well, so after how No Way Home ended, they could do literally whatever they want. People are going to want to know what happens next.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if it's slightly tonally different and it's not quite how it was before. Like, people are going to want to know.
I mean, if you want a $14 increase on that box office, you add Daredevil in, and then the 2 people that cheered in the theater when he showed up might get excited.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say 1 ticket extra.
Yeah, $14. Is that one person that's like, that's clapping, and other people, who's that?
That's not even an IMAX ticket over here. That's kind of
Well, it's
crazy.
like
No.
I can't remember what premiere of a movie I went to, but like they invited us and they were like, "Okay, just wear costumes, whatever." I was like, "Cool, I'll do my screen print Daredevil, right?" And I remember all these Marvel fans that I see every midnight screening with, they were like, "That Daredevil costume?" I was like, "Yeah, from the TV series." There's a Daredevil TV series. I was like,
Oh,
"Bro, what?" Like, and I mean, these are the people that are in the know. You know, they're literally at all the premieres. So I was like, boy, this is awkward. People don't even know who he is. So I think this film is going to need a big name because Sony's going to want it in there. You know, like
Yeah, what's probably
deal with
like
two MCU
what's
characters.
what's
So
probably going to happen is they'll get the the new White Tiger in that movie. You'll have the one person that goes,
if he
yeah.
lives, if he lives.
No, you get the next generation one in there.
no. That's
And
why
then
he dies in Daredevil Born Again, and Jenna Ortega takes over as the female White Tiger.
yeah, and then you'll get that one fan that says, you know, it's clapping for her, and everyone's like, "Who's that?" And you get that again.
Just say me.
Always the
Just
one.
say me. Just me sitting there in the theater. Oh, I love White Tiger. Who?
If you clap for White Tiger, everyone knows you just it's a hype beast. There's no way. There's no way. No way.
That's
Man
true.
ain't saying
Even
he's a
I'm-
fan of White Tiger. There's no
Even
way.
I'm like, I've read like 3 issues, and I think that's all they got to their name, and I'm like, I've had enough of White
Which
Tiger.
is great, fantastic because there's not even 3 issues of White Tiger.
Exactly. The crossovers count. To be fair,
There's 3 issues of Daredevil that White Tiger was in. That's what it is.
just watch. Destin Daniel is going to take this film and just do the ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, like Iron Fist, White Tiger, Sam Alexander. It's just gonna be like, here you go.
You forget Luke Cage was in that too.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was, yeah.
That series got so out of hand by the end of it. You're like, what is happening here? There's like symbiote wars, and
No, it got out of hand when they put Daredevil and
Daredevil
was
was in it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
No,
he
no.
was, yeah.
was it
What?
Deadpool was in it,
Yeah. That was probably the best episode of that show, the Deadpool one.
and the wildest one is that they put a kid-friendly Moon Knight in it.
Oh yeah, that I remember.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Daredevil was in it. What?
Hmm.
Man, did I blank that out?
Yeah, they did a lot. They did a lot of like kid-friendly versions of a lot of other characters.
You guys remember Agents of Smash?
Kind of.
Vaguely. Yeah.
Yep. But
They should do. I know everyone's being like, oh, you know, bring in Kingpin and Daredevil for Spider-Man. Bring in Moon Knight.
Honestly, that could work.
We left that show off with literally the New York cabbie variant.
And it cost 175 million. Ain't no way it's getting a sequel season unless they can bring the budget down to 14 cents per minute.
Yeah, I think like with Agents
Or
of
Oscar
Smash, it was like with Agents of Smash, the only thing people remember of that show is it felt like the intern finally figured out how to do transitions, and they was doing transitions every like couple seconds.
Yeah.
That one intern watched Ang Lee's Hulk. That's why.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, let's say hypothetically it's true. They're doing this soft reboot. Does that mean that? Obviously, it doesn't mean, but I've seen people ask it, are they going to ignore what happened in the other films? Of course not. It's thematically picking up off of them. They're just changing how they approach.
It makes me die when people get like this, but they just hear the word of reboot and they click into that mode in their brain.
Yeah.
Like, everything's gone. It's like, no. It's like retcon. Retcon doesn't mean what people think it means. Like, cameo.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily.
I think people get confused between like an actual reboot, soft reboot, and a retcon. And
people just don't have critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
It's like how people get confused with what is a remake or a remaster of a video game. And it doesn't help that the studios themselves also put deluxe remaster, but it's a complete remake. You're like, nobody can figure this out anymore. Like, that's the reboot symptoms you get and the problems. So it is what it is. But
basically, just don't worry about it. Wait till something comes out about the movie.
I was gonna say, I suppose they'll announce what it is in the press release. We're probably gonna get like the opening paragraph's gonna be like, Spider-Man swings back to the screen with a whole new take on the web crawler. A whole new.
Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.